Good morning. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining News with Nana. Some interesting things. I was kind of trying to wrap my head around it this morning. This was published yesterday afternoon um, on MLive. And the reason we've titled this Michigan Schools Rescind Mandates for Cash, because that's what they're doing. Do you remember I know you've seen the viral videos of people yelling at their school boards and commissions over these mandates that if they don't enforce them, they'll lose bug money from their states. Well, here in Michigan, because we have thankfully Stand Up Michigan, uh, Ron Anderson, Tammy, I can't think of her name. Ron Armstrong, and I think it's Tammy Anderson. I get them confused all the time. Dang it. Anywho, so this was published, Kalamazoo, 3-county health department in Michigan rescind bug mandates over fear of losing $1 million in state funds. So Branch Hillsdale St. Joseph Community Health Agency, Coldwater, Michigan. This is reported by Ryan Boldry at MLive. Statement from the Branch Hillsdale St. Joseph Community Health Agency Thursday says it's being forced to rescind the recent public health orders, or it could lose $1 million in state funding. The 3-county health agency says its September 22nd health order requiring employers, educational institutions, and persons in Branch, Hillsdale, and St. Joseph counties quarantine after close contact exposure with a person infected with the bug will be rescinded as of 11:59 p.m. September 30th. Related, I've got this pulled up in another tab, so we'll go there next. A news release from the agency says the decision was made after Stretch and Gretchen signed the 2022 state budget bill on Wednesday, which contained language that threatened the loss of funding for essential local public health services. According to the language in the Senate Bill 82 and House Bill 4400, any health officer that has an emergency order under Section 2453 of the Public Health Code, 1978 PA 368 MCL 33.2453, in effect as of October 1, will lose the funding. Despite Stretch and Gretchen stating that after the bill signing that the language is unconstitutional, the agency's legal counsel has advised it stands until proven otherwise in a court of law. And I find that interesting. She's calling it unconstitutional. Because isn't that what Michigan Supreme Court deemed her EOs with the help of thousands of Michiganders, whatever the hell you want to call yourself if you live in the state of Michigan, the tyrannical state of Michigan, signed those petitions that were started by Stand Up Michigan, who was kind of started and coordinated by and with Garrett Soldano. So just saying. So let me go on to that's just crazy. And if you go on and read, so here we have West Michigan Health Department rescinds a K-6 covering order, citing concerns of losing $1 million in funding. And this is Allegan County, Michigan. This is by Brad Devereaux, reported September 30, 2:50 p.m. I missed this one. Allegan County Health Department, ACHD, regretfully rescinds its public health order requiring the use of facial coverings for individuals in its kindergarten through 6th grade educational settings, the health department announced. The county health department announced the move on Thursday, September 30, saying otherwise it could face a loss of over $1 million in its total budget. The rescission of the ACHD's K-6 face cover order is effective at 5 p.m. Thursday, September 30, the department said. While public health knows this is an ineffective evidence-based mitigation strategy to reduce the risk of transmission for vulnerable populations in school settings, the language in the fiscal year 2022 budget, Senate Bill 82, signed by Stretch and Gretchen on September 29, 2021, jeopardizes future health department funding if a face covering remains in effect as of October 1, the health department said. So I am just curious. So, hold on, let's go down. According to Senate Bill 82, Section 1222, Part 4, any health department that has issued an emergency order under MCL 3332453 in attempt to combat the bug will lose funding for essential local public health services. Additionally, Section 250 of the bill states a local health officer shall not issue or enforce any orders other than directives that require an individual in the state who is under the age of 18 to wear a covering of the face, or diaper, the health department said. Oh, although Stretch and Gretchen has stated that this language in Senate Bill 82 is unconstitutional, I quote, legal counsel for Allegan County has advised that it is presumed constitutional until proven otherwise in a court of law. Therefore, funds appropriated for essential local public health services may be withheld, the health department said. Essential local public health services include immunizations, infectious disease control, STD control and prevention, hearing and screening and vision services, food protection, public water supply, private groundwater supply, and on-site sewage management, the department said. The health department said it sent a communication to the Board of Commissioners recommending a resolution to support the current order be added to the September 30 agenda. The communication included data on covering as an effective mitigation strategy and statistics demonstrating that less bug cases in school settings with coverings in comparison to settings with no coverings. The Board of Commissioners unanimously voted to acknowledge receipt of the health officer's communication and to include it in the official record. However, the topic was not added to the agenda. Therefore, Allegan County Health Department has not received the necessary board support pursuant to the Senate Bill 82, Section 2222, Part 4, for its covering order, the department said. It is still possible for a face requirement to exist for the school-aged children. However, the decision is currently left to our local school districts. So let me just tell you, let me go here. I want you to hear Ron Armstrong, Stand Up Michigan. This was on local Stand Up Michigan. I want to play this for you.
Local health departments in masking kids under the age of 18. It's in the law. She signed it. It's there. She's not telling you the truth. So tomorrow I'm bringing Tom Barrett on at 10 a.m. for us to discuss the details of what is in there. But I just want to share with you, for those of you that might say, well, that's not what the news is saying, turn off the news. I'm going to give you some examples later on today and again tomorrow. I'll do it here. If you remember last year, believe it or not, 1 year ago this Sunday, October the 2nd, is when the Supreme Court ruled that all of those executive orders were null and void and that the governor herself, all those executive orders were illegal back to April the 30th. And you remember what she did? She went to a microphone immediately thereafter, the next day, and said she doesn't agree, but she had 20 more days for her executive orders to remain in effect. Do you remember that? Drop it into the chat here if you remember that conversation. I can bring it up on video for you because MLive, the newspapers, the Detroit News, and television stations all across this state announced that the governor had 20 more days for her executive orders. That was so that you didn't realize that you were given a victory by the Supreme Court and that all those orders were null and void. Open your businesses, take your masks off. Everything on those executive orders were no good. That was to hold you in consent and conform until she could get the health departments to take over. That's what happened a year ago.
I told you.
Repeating again, she is lying in front of the cameras, and the media is complicit in what's happening, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. But I want to give you just a piece of news in case you don't want to quite trust us or me or Stand Up Michigan. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Berrien County Health Department and their legal counsel. So let me just read this for you, and then I want you to share this video because we're going to have many more of these to read for you tomorrow. It says the Berrien County Health Department is being forced to rescind the September 1st public health order requiring the use of face masks by individuals in pre-kindergarten through grade 12 indoor educational settings or face loss of $1.5 million in budget. The order is rescinded as of 11:59 tonight. The decision comes Wednesday on the heels of Governor Whitmer's signing of the 2022 state budget to avoid the loss of funding for essential local public health services threatened in the language, including Senate Bill 82, House Bill 4400. According to the boilerplate language included in these bills, any health department that has issued an emergency order in an attempt to combat COVID-19, including enacting or enforcing an order requiring masks by anyone in the school setting, will be negatively impacted financially. Are you ready for this? Although Governor Whitmer stated today that this language is unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional.
Berrien County legal counselors have advised that it stands until proven otherwise in a court of law. The Berrien County Health Department cannot risk losing these essential dollars which fund vital community programs and service such other issues that it goes into those various areas in which the health departments are there. This is happening all over the state of Michigan today, yesterday, and tonight. And we don't have one of them. We don't have two of them. We don't have three of them. We have 5 counties. 5 counties that their legal counsel has said it is indeed in the law. And we're going to have Senator Barrett to talk about it here. A huge victory for freedom. Returning the power of one, the tyrannical leader, the tyrannical state health departments, passing them through to local health departments at the behest of our governor, are now being signed. The law takes effect tonight, and indeed, we are going to hold them dear. We're going to hold our county commissions to hold the local health departments to follow Michigan law. That is the reason I'm here today to talk to you. I've been on for 5 minutes. I'm going to be done in less than 5 minutes more. The second live tomorrow after the one with Senator Barrett, which will, by the way, touch on the Unlock 2 petition and explain why it is important and why the legislature.
So, as for me, I'm going to pause that. I love Ron is phenomenal. I just stand up, Michigan, stand up, and we have. God bless those working so diligently and fervently with Stand Up Michigan. Thank you, Michiganders, Michiganians who have stood up. Let your voices be loud and be heard in peaceful protest. I am just wondering, and I'm going to leave a little note here. So what about the mask mandates in Michigan for students riding the buses? So does this also apply to the mask mandates in Michigan for students riding the buses? Oh, what a glorious day. Now, in order to comment, you have to support their page. But the reason they're here on Locals, just an FYI, they've been taken down on YouTube. They've been put in timeout on YouTube. They've been put on timeout on Facebook. Here on Locals, pretty much it's funded. So they are in charge of their page. They can say what they will, as they are treated as publisher. um, unlike fluff tube bands and such like that. So, guys, I'm going to put the links for the 2 articles on MLive. I'm going to put the link to this video from their Stand Up Local page, or Stand Up Michigan's local page, and then I'm going to also post Stand Up Michigan's YouTube page. And so keep an eye open, guys. This is big, big news for Michigan. I am just really super hoping um, that you spread this. I really, 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 really don't care if you like or subscribe because I'm not monetized, but I really, really hope that you will share this video. Share, if you don't share my video, please share Ron's. It is so imperative that we in Michigan get the word out. People need to know. And I find it just so hypocritical that she's using unconstitutional. Oh, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is mad because she can't go in front of the camera and lie. There are too many people over the past year that have saved her videos, clipped the little articles where she's been quoted saying this or that. Garrett is one of them, and also my favorite Stand Up Michigan. So that being said, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for taking the time. I hope you listened to this all the way. I know I got really excited and I kind of like skimmed through it and skimmed through it and skimmed through it. And I was like, I got to make a video. So just remember, folks, knowledge is power. And they don't want us smart. They're trying to dumb down America, if you haven't noticed. Um, United we stand. United Michiganders have stood up to the tyranny we are facing, and we will continue to stand up and we will continue to fight for our rights, our freedoms, and what is right. Be kind. Not everybody knows what's really happening in the world, and some of them just have their heads in the sand. So when they poke out their head and they open their eyes to see the truth of what's going on, it may be frightening. So please be kind. You don't know the cross each house bears. Again, knowledge is power. United we stand, divided we fall. God bless you. Thank you. If you could, hit the like, subscribe, and share button. God bless. Bye bye.